Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on Super Bowl Sunday. Here to cook up this shit, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. We got a good card of action all across the board. We got some NBA, got some college hoops, Super Bowl Sunday. I think the NHL gave us a couple as well. I'm back home, out of Denver, out of the elevation. Good to be home. I'm ready to make some money today, though. I've been kicking the crap out of the books this week. I'm trying to keep the momentum rolling forward into this one. Glad to be with the guys. Roof, what's happening?
Jay, it's a nice. It's not the biggest card on the board today, but we've still got a nice card, like you said, Super Bowl Sunday, a decent college hoops card, some NBA and NHL, so they still remind us that they're here. But I'm ready to cook it up with you.
Yes, sir. Let's cook it up. Let's cook it up. Let's cook it up. Romanelli, what's happening?
Good morning. All week I've been researching this big game, and I'm trying to figure out, is Reba going to go over or under that national anthem? I don't think she's got the chops anymore, but I've been hearing some rehearsals, and it sounds like she's going over. I can't wait for it.
I know. We might got to talk about a few oddball props today. If anybody got some, save them, and I'll ask you guys in a little bit. I might be interested in the Gatorade color. I think that's mine for the day. Brian B, what's happening?
Oh, excited to be here. You know what? I'm not worried about the Super Bowl. We got a nice college basketball card here today off of 4 in 1 day yesterday. And there's some gems out there for sure. We just got to dig into them today.
Brian, man, you've been kicking the crap out of the college hoops all season. So I get why you still locked in over there. I don't blame you.
I just can't get into the NBA. I don't know. College basketball just does it for me. Something about it.
Something about it. So I don't blame you. There's plenty of money to be made over there. You are making it. Hot Rod, what's happening?
Not too much. Nice Saturday. Can't complain. Winning day. Hit the nice NHL parlay in the video. Crushed it. Well, thanks to Nashville and their big comeback. They were down 4-2 in the third. They came roaring back and won it in OT. And I was like, yeah!
I was sad.
Got a little loud. Got a little excited. And I think I got some hints. I've only seen to Ron and his Reba analogy there. I did a little digging too, and I've only seen 3 that I could find of her actually singing the national anthem. And they went 83 seconds, 82 seconds, and 82 seconds. So I don't think she has the pipes.
We shall see. We shall see. Wayne Scott, play the theme song.
Play that song. I ain't gonna get to sing it on air. I ain't trying to embarrass myself like that.
I will. Orlando Magic.
It was silly. Yeah, man. It's Super Bowl Sunday, man. Y'all feel the energy. I feel the energy, man. I'm glad that I don't have to host. It's one of the years I don't got to host. I actually been invited, so get to go chill and watch the Super Bowl. As far as yesterday betting goes, college basketball kind of got smoked. One of them days where the games I didn't bet did a lot better than the games I bet, but 4 in 1 day in the NBA, so it all balanced out for a winning day for me. Trying to continue that and get a good solid day today too.
That's all you can ask for, man. It's a winning day. Can't complain. Keep the momentum rolling forward. Stack them. And you look back at your week and be like, God, dang it. It's a good week.
Yes, sir.
David.
What's
I know we
going on?
talked a few seconds ago, but we got to redo it. Hey. 2 weeks ago, man, you thought you might have been here today.
I was sitting there at halftime of that game, and I was like, man, are we really going to go to the Super Bowl? And the answer to that question was no. No, we're not. But, it's sad. We should be here. But it is what it is. And now we got 2 teams that I don't really care for playing, rooting for a tie today.
Are there tie rules in the NFL Super Bowl? Like,
No, you can't tie.
I know, but like, what are the rules though of that?
I think it's just continuous overtime, I believe.
Each team gets the ball guaranteed now, even if the first team scores a touchdown. And then then it's sudden death after that. But yeah, they'll play till somebody scores.
After that, okay.
It would go to a second overtime, though, right?
That's what I thought. I didn't know if it was sudden death or second OT. I didn't know. That's what I was asking. I don't know. It ain't gonna come to that though. It ain't gonna come to that.
Hey, but this coin toss, I have a strong feeling it heads. Strong feeling.
I don't know, man. Tails never fails.
Except today.
I always bet tails. I never bet heads.
See, I'm the other way. I always go heads.
50-50. Jovan, Super Bowl Sunday. What's happening, my man?
Yeah, man, big day, big day. A lot of action for that one game, for this one game that starts off a little bit at like 6:40, whatever time it starts. But yeah, if you're in the props, the props are out there. A lot of silly silly prop bets or whatever, but I don't get into all those. I get into things that can actually hit. You know what I mean? So yeah, just got it all lined up. Got basketball lined up too, college basketball. I didn't think there was going to be as many games as there are in college basketball this year, but there are. Got the obligatory 2 games for the NBA. So got a lot of meat on the bone.
A lot of meat on the bone, man. Let's eat. Before we start, I know yesterday the site was having some problems, and some of you guys may still be having a couple of issues. Mitch dropped a video on the YouTube channel, pretty much explaining everything for you guys. I encourage you to go watch that if you're having trouble still. I know that it is working in some capacity now, so a lot of you may be fine. A lot of you may have your picks and things of that nature. But if you are still having problems, we are aware of that. We do apologize for that, and we're working on our best to fix all of that. But you can hit us up in the chat on the website, on the little chat box, and we should be able to help you with any problems that you should have. So there's that. Money making Sunday, though, fellas. So let's go ahead and hop right in. Let's do it. Let's start with college hoops. Then we'll go NBA. Then we'll end with the Super Bowl. College hoops. Let's start. Yesterday was a crazy day at college hoops, man. It was Saturdays are insane. First game up, we got FAU Wichita State, and we'll do the whole. Well, let's split it in half. We'll do the whole card. If you got 1 or 2 plays, you can give 2 plays. Let's just do the whole card. It's not nothing major. Ruffalo, talk to me, my man. What you liking in college hoops?
I'm still trying to break down some of these Super Bowl props. Let's see here. I'm gonna look at I like three plays I have on the premium side, but there's still a lot of meat on the bone. It's just hard to pull the trigger on some of them. I like Charlotte laying the 5.5 on the road. I just can't get behind Temple. Temple for me, the worst team in the AAC, or at least one of the worst. And Charlotte's been one of the bigger surprises. Yeah, they're only 2-6 against the number on the road. But when this line opened, I thought it was going to be closer to 6.5, 7. So getting at 5.5, I think is a decent spot to be in. I'm also going to take Tulsa in the points against UAB. I think UAB a little bit fat and happy after that win over FAU. Going on the road, a bit of a sleepy spot against an average at best Tulsa team. It is 8-3-2 against the number at home this season. So give me Tulsa and the 2.5 points.
There you go. 2 from Ruffalo. Mr. Bank Shot Breakdown. What you got for us today?
Yeah, I'm looking at the over in FAU Wichita State. Open up at 149. It's up to 151, but I still like the over there. I'm just looking to fade Wichita State's defense, and I think that the offense is actually underrated. So that's why I've been looking at the overs a lot with this team. We took an over with them a couple of Sundays ago against SMU, and that was a high-scoring game. These 2 teams, FAU and Wichita, played in a high-scoring game. The first meeting, 86-77. FAU's got a potent offense. They can score. They're a 2-dimensional offense. They've got great guys on the perimeter, a great front court led by Golden, so they should be able to score at will. I think Wichita State chips in as well and gets us over. I also like Northwestern at home. Northwestern's a really strange team because they do a lot of things really well and then a lot of things really poorly. They're just kind of like a volatile team. Like they're an amazing 3-point shooting team, but they're miserable defending the perimeter, 304 in 3-point defense. But I don't think it's going to matter here. I think Penn State, while they've been actually a lot more competitive in recent games, they've also played a pretty weak schedule. I think this is a really tough matchup for them. And in the first meeting, even though Penn State's playing with revenge, they did lose that first game at home. On the road, I don't think it's going to be any easier. So give me Northwestern. I'll lay the points.
Northwestern. Them been my boys, lucky. Kind of like that. Hey, we got a visitor in the chat, man. We're not listening to you, sir. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Brian B, Mr. College Hoops, Mr. Number One in college hoops, Mr. Can't seem to miss college hoops. Talk to me.
I might be a ball hog like Chris Ruffalo here and take too many picks here, but I'll take FAU laying the points.
I need to hear him.
FAU minus the points off a loss. We got Wichita State off a 20-point win. I think too much attention on Wichita State. I agree with Romanelli. I like Northwestern laying the points. Penn State definitely not as good as their 12-11 record. I like Tulsa plus the points. UAB, like Ruffalo said, fat and happy. And then I'll round it off with maybe a public play here, taking Minnesota plus the points. I know they're 19-3 against the number, but I just if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as one of my friends would say. I'll take Minnesota plus the points.
There you go, Brian B. Hot Rod, Mr. Zawacki, what you got for me?
I got a couple here I like. We're looking at a revenge spot for SMU. They lost to North Texas earlier this season. That was in North Texas. These two teams definitely don't like each other, but I think SMU, the way they've been rolling, winners of 3 straight after those 2 losses. They lost to North Texas, then they lost to Wichita State, turned it around, winners of 3 straight. When you look at North Texas, they've only got 1 win in their last 4 since that win against SMU. So North Texas has been slumping a little bit. I think SMU gets that revenge and wins by 6+, gets the cover for us in that one. And the other one I like the under here in Memphis is at home here taking on Tulane. And if you looked at it, opened at 167.5. It's down in spots. You can find 166, 165, depending on what number you're looking for. But you look at Memphis at home here, I think that's just too many points. I know normally we see track meets between these two teams, but you look Memphis at home, 28-2 to the under at this total in the last 30. So I think it's just a tad too many points. I like the under Memphis Tulane.
Under Memphis Tulane. I'm gonna talk about that game in a minute. Y'all already know where I'm going. Wayne, talk to me.
What's going on, fellas? We're gonna go to the Atlantic 10. This Rhode Island versus UMass. Just gonna go with the better covering team, man. And UMass in revenge. I know this is a lot of points, but Rhode Island has been trash on the road. UMass comes in with the rebounding advantage. I like the fact that UMass is coming off a loss. They're 7-0 off a loss, and they win those by about a 15-point margin. Rhode Island is coming off a win. Rhode Island has the rest advantage, but they haven't played well with the rest advantage, only hitting at a 25% clip ATS. Give me UMass and all the points here. And I agree with Brian on the Minnesota another revenge game, and I just can't lay that many points. Even though Iowa's a good offensive team, I can't lay that many points with a team that can't play defense like that. So give me Minnesota in the revenge spot to cover that.
Minnesota. It get cold like Minnesota. Cold like Minnesota. David, what's happening? What you like here?
Yeah, I got 2 here. First, I'm going to disagree with some of the guys here, so I might be on the wrong side, but I like Wichita State and the points. You know, they haven't had a ton of success when you look at their conference win-loss record. They are 2-8 in the conference, but they have played better recently. You know, they did win against UTSA, which isn't saying much because they stink too, but they played tight against Memphis, lost by 2 points prior to that game. They beat SMU 5 games ago. They lost to East Carolina by 2 points. And FAU has not done a great job of covering the number on the road. I think they've only covered that 1 time in a road game this season. So I'm going to take Wichita plus the 7.5 here. And then I'm also going to go with Northern Iowa minus the 3.5 against UIC. UIC has been awful, 2-11 in conference play. They have not been a great home team. They're only 3-7 against the spread at home. They don't do many things right. And I just think Northern Iowa is the better team here. They're 7-6. They're right in the hunt, not really for the conference, but staying in the top half of the conference for a solid seed in the tournament. I think they come in and pummel UIC. So take UNI minus the 3.5.
Hit the chat box up on the site. We'll be able to give you your plays. But the site should be working in some capacity. But if you're having any problems, the chat box is there. We'll be able to help you. Jovant, talk to me, my man. What you got?
Yeah, I'm on Villanova. It's a desperate spot for them. Playing the Seton Hall team, who when they when they lose, it's usually at home. You know, they have pulled off some upset wins. I mean, on the road. When they do lose, you know, by margin, it's usually on the road, but they have pulled off wins on the road. That said, I just think this is one of those spots where, because Villanova needs it, they're gonna come ready for bear, and they're gonna, you know, have a big win, sort of like the one where they got at home against Providence. So I see that, you know, going in that way. I'm on Penn State. You know, the thing about these two teams is that they play similar styles of ball. It's usually close games, you know, when these teams get together. Last year was 2 overtime games that was like basically damn near the identical score. You know, this year was a 4-point game. Other years, you know, it's been, you know, games that's been within this particular point spread. So I'm just gonna keep on rolling with that. You know, so yeah, Penn State's to play in that one, and then UMass revenge angle in this one. They lost to Arrow Island earlier this season by 12. I think they even the score in that one.
There you go, man. I got 2 for y'all. I am gonna take Northwestern. I like this team, and I do. I've been on them recently, and I think they're just head and shoulders the better team. I think the line is this big for a reason. Penn State, I mean, they've been playing good here recently. I just see this as a flat spot on the road. You know, 3rd road game, last 4 games. I think Northwestern is the better team, and I could see them extending this lead late. Probably going to be like in that up 4 to 5 points for the most of the game type range. And then late, when it's said and done, they end up winning by like 11, 12. That's how I see it. We'll see. But y'all know where I'm at for sure. I'm on the green wave. Turn me up, Tulane. I like Memphis. Memphis is really good. I don't know if they 9 points better than Tulane, man. I don't. When you I know, but I play the game sometimes. When you play we played them, they played them, how'd they play them style game?
Dangerous.
It's dangerous, Ron. I know, but you can get to Tulane money line when you play that game.
And then you can get to Prairie View beats, UConn.
You can. But I got there, Ron. I got there. I'm taking Tulane plus the points, and I'm taking a deep shot money line.
I got to play devil's advocate here, though. What has Tulane done on the road this season?
They haven't done much, and I will give you that. UTSA beat them. They competed with SMU, still lost. It's a tough spot, but we already beat these boys once. We beat them at home. Now we're on the road. I don't know if they're 9 points better than us. Like, I just don't. It's us now because I've been on Tulane all year.
I'll retort with, what has Memphis done but choke away leads and blow up in spots where they should win easily? I mean, you let UTSA take you to overtime, put up 106 in that game. But, you know, 4-game losing streak against teams you should probably blow out. I think they only beat like Vanderbilt by 3 points or something like that. So,
Yep. So it's gonna be a good one. Would I be surprised if Memphis covered the line? No, I don't, because I do think they are the better team. I do think Memphis is the better team. But again, I've already seen Tulane beat them. This is college hoops, man. Anything can happen any given day. If they go on the right run, might money line them boys. I think it's a good price to at least take a shot. Any meat left on the bones? Anything you guys didn't talk about in college hoops before we move to the NBA?
Go Florida Gators. How about the Gators?
Them Gators did look good yesterday.
They got to get ranked now.
I know you're excited about that.
Yeah, I didn't see the blowout. Usually the Gators choke those leads, but they're in a good position now to make the tournament. But a team that's not is Kentucky, starting to get a little dicey.
Yeah. You know what surprised me yesterday? Man, the Buffs just did not have it, bro. Arizona.
It was a golden spot, but Arizona's they're a good team for a reason. I mean, they're one of the best. So
it seemed like a ton of people were on Colorado.
Yep. Yeah, I loved Colorado yesterday. That was a proper play. It just lost.
don't know. Brian, I say that sometimes too. I know people get mad when we say that, but I don't know if we can say that in a 20-point loss. I don't know.
Well, Colorado's at home. They're off. They lost to them by what 40 points the last time. They're barely favored. It's just all the signs were there. It just didn't happen. A loss is a loss.
So they made it closer. They lost by 40 last time. They lost by 20 this time. So hey, it was improvement.
It was a no sweat bet. I went to bed at halftime. I thought, well, I still have a shot.
Valid effort.
It happens, man. It happens. We've all been on the wrong side.
We've all been there. Come on, we've all been there where you're like, yes, give me a good game. Oh my goodness, it's 40-2.
They kicked the crap out of them boys yesterday. I was surprised. Let's talk some NBA action, man. Let's go to the National Basketball Association. Small card, just 2 games, but I'm thoroughly interested in these 2 games. Obviously, you see who Money Man Mitch is on in the comments. I'm surprised he didn't pop in just to talk shit. I am thoroughly surprised he did not pop in for this game. Well, he still got some time. We'll see if he wants to. But let's talk about it, man. We got the best team in the NBA, in my opinion, the Boston Celtics, out on the road facing the Miami Heat. I see this line has gone up even from this morning. It was 5.5 this morning. I'm seeing 6.5 right now currently. I'll go first here. I like Boston. I do. I'm on the Tatums. I know they haven't been great against the number recently. ATS-wise, they're really starting to enter a dangerous territory. But in my opinion, I think it's kind of the same situation the Nuggets were in last year, where it's like it's pretty obvious they're one of the best teams in the league. There's no reason to come out here and go balls to the wall every game and air everybody out. So there's going to be games where they win and just fail to cover, and they're just fine with that. I mean, we're playing the points per game. They're not. In this one, though, we've already seen. I love the double revenge spot at home. I love that spot. It's one of my favorite spots in the NBA. But again, I think Boston is the best team in the league, and because Miami held them from going back to the finals last year, we've seen them air them out last time they played them. Wasn't that long ago. It was only like 2 weeks ago in Miami, 143-110. They hate the Heat. They hate them. And they know they're probably going to have to go through them again this year if they want to get to their ultimate goal. Boston, I don't see Boston have a lot of motivation spots for the remainder of the season. They're going to win a lot of games, probably have the best record in the NBA. I'm looking for the motivation spots for Boston, and I see this as one of those where they actually want to come in here and beat up on the team. Heat have sucked as a home underdog as well. I'm talking about terrible. Everything I look at here tells me Celtics. I'm not overcomplicated. I'm taking Boston. I got to fade the Miami Heat, fade Money Man Mitch. Roof, what you doing here?
It's fine. You're not going to take the double revenge spot, but I will. I'm going to take the Heat.
I get it. I know.
I'm going to take the Heat and the points. It's one thing to have double revenge, but it's another thing to have double revenge off a 33-point loss at home.
You're right.
So the thing for me, though, is that the Boston Celtics have become, you look at their last 5 games, very, very 3-point shooting happy. And for good reason. They're making the 3rd most amount of threes in the NBA in that 5-game stretch. But they're also, I believe in the bottom 3rd of the NBA in 3-point shooting. And you have a Heat defense that's 3rd in 3-point defense in that 5-game stretch. You can get out and contest some of those shots. I think this could be a little bit interesting. Could get a little bit chippy, a little bit physical. And I think this one just comes down to potentially the last shot or the last couple possessions of the game. So I'm taking the Heat and the points.
The kings of the meaningless game, the meaningless regular season. Don't want to mention any names, but they wear green and rhyme with melted. Mitch, you're a hater. I get it, though. I get it. I do. Romanelli, what you doing here, my man?
Well, I think the Celtics are the best team in the league. And they're actually a pretty good 3-point shooting team, and they make them at a good rate. But I got to agree with Ruffalo. I got to take the Heat here. Double revenge at home against a huge rival. Boston, and like you mentioned, ATS-wise, not in the best of form. And, it's a standalone game, basically, national TV game. I just think the Heat compete here. I like good defensive teams, and I think we're getting too many points now at this point. 6.5. Now looks like it's 6 at most spots, but if you can find 6.5, I'd take it. It actually looks like it's going down. I see 5.5 popping up now. So
Yeah, it was 5.5 most of the morning, and then it kind of
but it's headed back down a little bit. And I'm going to take the Heat plus the points and sprinkle on the money line.
Fair enough. I get it, guys. I really do. Usually, I would be right there with you boys. I would. I love this spot. It's one of my favorite spots in the NBA. Brian B, what you thinking here?
No, I'm gonna sound like a parrot here. Boston Celtics definitely the best team in the NBA, but Heat have the rest advantage, home revenge factor, best coach, one of the best coaches in the league, and this is the reason why I don't like the NBA a lot because I don't know if Jimmy Butler's going to play. I'm going to assume he's going to play in this one. I think Miami Heat are the best play on the board as far as the NBA goes.
Yeah, Jimmy is game time decision. I'm kind of with Brian. I'm expecting him to play too, though, especially in a game like this. He hates the Celtics. He hate them. Hi, Rod. What you thinking here, my man?
I'm thinking here, you look, of course, the Heat are going to come out mad. They lost the last two, and the last one they got beat down. So who's going to have the more motivation to start this game? It will be the Heat. So for that reason, I like the Heat in the first quarter. I think they come out with more aggressive and play the better hoops early on in this game, but they can sustain it for all 4 quarters? That's the question we get with the Heat at home. And sure, the Celtics, do they have much of a motivation? We already kicked the crap out of these guys twice. Not once, but twice. We've already whipped up on the Heat. So how much? I think this is one of those games they cruise. I can easily see the Heat getting cover full game too, but I'm going to take the first quarter Heat money line. Nice plus price on that one. I think they come out the hotter team to start this game. In the first game meeting of the year, the Heat did win that first quarter. Second one, Boston ripped them up, but they scored 143 and won by 20 something. So give me the Heat first quarter in this one.
I understand it. I do. Wayne, what you doing here?
I like Boston, man. I think Boston comes out and kicks Miami's ass. I think they're still mad about that playoffs. Miami has not been playing well. Recently, they've got a couple wins against some teams they should win. As Jay mentioned, as home dog, they are crap. I think Brian said the Miami has the rest advantage. They do, but they only covering at a 33% clip with the rest advantage, so that really doesn't matter. You look at Boston been playing terrible at home. That's because they got to lay huge numbers, but on the road they're actually 6-4 in their last 10, and we're laying to me a manageable number with the better offense and defensive team. We mentioned a lot about defense from both sides, but nobody said nothing about the offense, and Miami's offense has been not reliable in a lot of spots. So give me Boston here.
Wayne, I think, as I sit here and I really listen to everybody. I really do. And I try to take it all in. Chris, Romanelli, Brian, and Rod had me thinking, damn, should I be leaning here? You pushed me back on. It's Boston for me today. Celtics, best team in the league. Fading y'all's ass.
Miami's manhood's on the line today. So I don't know. I think they're going to take it personally.
I get it. I really, this is a tough game. This is one of the toughest ones. It really is. Really is. David, what you thinking here? What you like here?
Yeah, I'm with you and Wayne. I like Boston. Miami's offense to me is just not reliable enough. I know they're at home, but this Celtics team, one of the highest scoring teams in the NBA. I'm not in on the double revenge here. I think they come out strong. I think I do like Rod's first quarter. I think it'll be competitive in the first quarter, and I think Miami, will have that fire, but I don't think they can sustain it for 4 quarters. I think the Celtics pull away in the second half here.
For sure. Jovan, it's your team, man. What you doing?
Yeah, I'm on the Celtics, and it's really because the Miami Heat, until they could show me that they could cover in this spot as home dogs, I fade them, and I've made a living this year doing that in the previous 6 games, so I'm gonna continue to do it, whether it's the Celtics or any other team. That's just how it is. Saw the last game where they was in the spot against the Clippers. They hung tight, but then in the end, what happened? They let it slip. And I think it might be one of those scenarios. You might see Boston, flat in the beginning of the game, because Miami did get whipped out by 33 points a couple weeks ago. So, I think it's going to be an under in the first quarter, but I think as this game goes along, the cream rises to the top in South Beach, and that'll be the Celtics.
Shorty, for sure. I'm excited to watch this game. I'm glad that we have all day action, so that we're not just sitting back waiting on the Super Bowl. We got some action to get into before that. This game is 1 o'clock here my time, so 2 Eastern for most of you folk. Next game up, man. Last game of the day in the National Basketball Association. We got the Sacramento Kings out on the road facing the Thunder Buddies. Jovan, I'll start back in with you. What you like hearing this one?
As much as I want to go with the over, I'm a lean towards I'm gonna lean towards the under. And this is basically because OKC, they haven't been getting the job done offensively. They've been on the downswing on the offensive side of the ball. In the first meeting between these two, was a lower scoring game. The second one was a high scoring game. I think it reverts back to a lower scoring game in this one. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Think these teams really want to play on Super Bowl Sunday? Absolutely not. Especially these teams, younger, probably want to be out with their family, whoever that is in their circumference or whatever. So, it's really a in and out operation with this game. And I think based on the fact that OKC hasn't been performing on the offensive side of end of the court, I think there's going to be a defensive leaning game. Give me the under.
Under for Jovan. David.
Yeah, this is an interesting spot with the Thunder coming off yesterday's beating they took from Dallas, from your Mavericks. But they come home. They've been lights out at home, 20-6 overall. Great against the spread numbers. Sacramento, they have the rest advantage. They did have a nice win against Denver at home in their last game, but I can't go against the Thunder. I know it's a tough spot, back-to-back, coming off of a tough loss, but I can't go against OKC at home. They're too good at home, too good against the number at home. I'll take the Thunder.
There you go, Thunder Buddies. Wayne, what you doing?
I'm taking the points with Sacramento, man. Just don't like how OKC has been looking. I don't like how they are playing Josh Giddey like Markelle Fultz. Everybody's clogging up the paint. The spacing's getting bad. It's making it hard for SGA to go off. And, until I see the coach implement some change, I do like what Sacramento has been doing in all the spots. ATS right here. I kind of agree to as over 2, but you give me a point with the team is covering at just as good as rate right here, and playing a little bit better lately too. Give me Sac right here.
All right.
And for me in this one here, look another double revenge game. Sacramento's already beat OKC twice this season, so another double revenge spot we got here on Sunday in this one. They've dominated OKC. Winners of 8 straight. Covered how many against OKC, and OKC definitely looks, as Jovan said, in a downward slide. Trending downwards is the Thunder Buddies right now. So I like the over. I think we get a track meet like we've seen in the last game. As also Sacramento on the road, 7-1 of that over when it's at this number. So I lean the over, and I like Sacramento. Take the points with the Kings in this one.
Sacramento Kings for Hot Rod. Brian B.
Yeah, I'm not in love with it, but, if I had to take a side, I think Sacramento's the way to go. They have the rest advantage. Thunder, first game back off a road trip back-to-back. I know it was just a 2-game trip, but they got their butts whooped yesterday. Kings have been respectable, 16-10, 16-10-1 on the road against the spread. I'll take the Kings plus the points.
Romanelli.
Yep, 16-10-1 ATS on the road, 8-4 ATS as a road underdog. Kings, coming off a nice win. You worry about a letdown spot, but I mean, they're just rolling. They've dominated the season series so far. OKC, like these guys have mentioned, not in good form. I got to take the points here with the Kings. I think they're one of the more underrated teams in the NBA. I think they're really a contender in the Western Conference.
Ruffalo.
Yeah, I'm going to side with the over here. I just think we're going to see some points in this one. I'm trying to figure out or try to find the last meeting. I think it was 134, 129 or something like that. I lied, 128, 123. But either that, I still think we're headed for a high-scoring game here. I know Oklahoma City's definitely had some poor offensive performances as of late, un-Oklahoma City-like, but I still think this one's probably headed for the 245, 250 range when all said and done. So I like the over here.
I'm on the Thunder, and I don't even understand how you guys see the Kings here, in all honesty. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. I love this game for the Thunder. This is a classic double revenge spot, but not only double revenge, bounce back spot as well. You got to add the bounce back on top of that. Coming off of 2 straight losses at home, the Thunder are the better team. And I understand everybody talking about how the Thunder have been struggling. The Kings have too. I know the Kings beat the Nuggets. I had Kings money line. It was my play of the day. But you can't ignore the game before that. They got aired out by the Pistons at home. That happened. They lost it. So I could come in here and say the Kings are playing just as, you know what I mean? When I just look at these two teams, player for player, roster for roster, man for man, the Thunder are the better team, just flat out. They've been the much better ATS team.
Are they really though? I hate to cut you off there. Are they really the better team?
They are. They are.
Offensively, maybe, but Kings got a strong rebounding advantage. Anytime you get in them extra possessions, I just think that helps out tremendously in this in a spot like this where you're getting points. And their bench is better. I don't have a better bench.
I strongly disagree. The thing with the Thunder is the Thunder are now back in their spot. Everybody was in love with them. Everybody was trying to hop on my Thunder buddies. I was just sitting there chilling. Now that everybody's back up off of them, these are their spots. There's a reason they're favored. There's a reason they're favored here at home on a back end of a back-to-back. They are the better team.
Thunder buddies got spanked by Detroit
no
too.
What.
Didn't they get spanked by Detroit?
You said what?
You said that OKC, or you said that somebody just got that Sacramento got spanked by Detroit. Well, so did OKC. They both got spanked by Detroit.
They did.
And they
both beat the Nuggets here, and they both beat the Nuggets.
And they both beat the Nuggets, right? So
one beat the Nuggets by 5. The other one beat them by about 67 points.
Yes, but the Kings beat the Nuggets on a back end of a back-to-back off of one of the most emotional wins of the season in Los Angeles on Kobe.
Prairie View beat UConn.
Thunder also took a worse loss to Detroit than the Kings. If you look, Thunder almost lost that game to Detroit by like 15, 20 points.
I'm not mad at the Thunder for losing and not covering in Utah. Utah is the best home ATS team in basketball. That's what Utah does. And the Mavs, I went on a rant this morning. Y'all better watch out for my Dallas Mavericks. You might be going to the finals. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot me.
Of what, the play-in tournament?
Shit, Roof. Did you watch the game yesterday? Did you watch it? Yes or no?
I did. I'm just busting your balls.
All right, man. Hey. Boy, you looking good, boy. Need I remind you, he was in the Western Conference Finals just 2 years ago.
But we got to remind you,
the 3 best players on the planet, you have a chance. And I think the Mavs have that. So I'm not mad at Oklahoma City yesterday getting blown out. They just ran into an absolute buzzsaw. It was a terrible spot for them yesterday. I had my Mavs. I faded Oklahoma City. Today, they're going to kick the living crap out of Sacramento. I think so. Lay this shit up at the rim. Give me Oklahoma City.
You owe PJ Washington an apology.
You said what?
You owe PJ Washington an apology.
I do owe PJ an apology.
That guy's a hooper. One small point that I forgot to mention, as Ron said, if you really feel like the Kings is a playoff team, this 5 through 9 is tight. It's one game away. Thunder got some room with a 5-game advantage. Kings I'm not going to say it's a must win, but it's a spot where they need to win if they're going to start separating from these teams behind them. So just love the spot for the Kings there.
Fair enough. Love the banter. We need a little more of it sometimes, so I got to spice it up. All right, now the moment everybody's been waiting for. It is Super Bowl Sunday. We got the Chiefs and the Niners. Is anybody surprised that it's these two teams? I don't think so. For me, for most of the season, I was calling the San Francisco 49ers the best team in the NFL. And on the other side, I was telling you guys you're crazy as hell if you think Patrick Mahomes is not going back to the Super Bowl. So I'm not surprised in any capacity. I'm just going to give it to y'all, boys. I love y'all. I love my team. I love everybody here at the Pig Dogs crew. Man, we got 900 people watching. Me personally, Jay Briggs today, I'm going out with the greatest quarterback I've ever seen play the game. It's just that simple. One team has the greatest quarterback maybe to ever touch a football, and Patrick Mahomes. He still has some work to do to catch, the longevity of Montana and Brady. But I think right now, today, he's already number 3. And the longevity, he's going to probably catch Brady and Montana. But just pure watching a football game, I've never seen anybody like Patrick Mahomes. I think he's the greatest player to ever touch a football. And on the other side, the San Francisco 49ers, their quarterback, he's led them. You know what I mean? He's had a really good season. I think he gets more hate than he deserves. But I have to call a spade a spade. He was the last pick in the NFL draft. On paper, is the San Francisco 49ers the better team? Probably. Yes. But the man that's going to have the ball in his hands for most of the game is 1-5, Patrick Mahomes. And I also believe they have the better head coach in Andy Reid. They have the experience. We've seen them get it done. We've seen the 49ers fall flat in these style spots. It's Chiefs for me. It's Chiefs. I don't care. I could give 2 shits about the money on the Chiefs. I know a lot of people are just going to be fading the money. I could give 2 shits about the money. I could give 2 shits. Reason I can give 2 shits is I hate the Niners. I hate them. And I have been calling them the best team in the NFL all season. So just imagine the amount of futures money ticket that's on the Niners as well. I think now with the availability of everybody talking about the money, I think they might be lying. I honestly, in my heart, believe the money in this game is 50-50. And nobody can really convince me otherwise of that. So the money in this game, the biggest game of the year, I think means absolutely nothing. I'm going out with the best player I've ever seen touch a football, and Patrick Mahomes. I'm taking the Chiefs. Money line.
You want to bet a hat on that one, Jay?
We can bet whatever you want to bet on it.
All right. You contact me off the messenger.
All right. Ruffalo.
Yeah, I'm taking the under here. I think this total is suspiciously low for Chiefs 49ers. When I was thinking this was going to be the matchup in the Super Bowl, I thought this total was going to be higher, closer to 50. 51, something along those lines, but see, it hasn't budged around 47 and a half. I still think we're going under this total. I mean, I think that the way for, San Fran to win this game, keep it, what they've been doing for the better part of the season, just keep it on the ground, keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands. And for the Chiefs, we know that this Chiefs defense has been what they've been riding for the most part throughout the season. They've been one of the best teams defensively in the NFL. The offense hasn't been what it's been in past seasons. So give me the under 47 and a half. I think we got a bit of a defensive battle here.
Under for Ruffalo, the sexy pick, as always. Romanelli, what you like here, my man?
I'm going to agree with Ruffalo. I do like the under in this game. I think we always hear about the San Francisco defense, but Kansas City defensively just as solid this year, and both teams can get after the quarterback. I'm a little bit worried about that KC run defense because, San Francisco's run the ball well all season. We know Christian McCaffrey, and so far in the playoffs, the Chiefs have not been the best against the run. But, Kansas City also struggling a bit in red zone. We saw that in Miami game. I know it was really cold temperatures, but even last week against Baltimore, they struggled to put that game out of reach. Only 17 points there. So I like the under. And then prop-wise, I thought it was interesting. At the beginning of the week, the prop for the Niners to their first play to be a run was, I think, minus 140, and KC's was like minus 160, minus 170. I thought it was interesting that San Francisco, you can get better odds on the run than KC because you got Christian McCaffrey. You'd think that they would definitely run the ball. But I think I'm going to take the pass to be the first play for San Francisco plus money. I think a lot of people are expecting the run. I think San Francisco tries to open up a bit right away. So I'm going to take the pass first play for San Francisco.
What does that pay?
I believe it's plus. Let me try to find it.
I gotta do some more prop searching here before the game. So I got a lot of time. I gotta do some more. I'll tweet out some props that I find. Yeah. Here. So if you follow me on Twitter, I'll tweet something out. I kind of like that, Ron. That's an interesting little bet.
It is, yeah, plus 125. So I'm going to take the first play for San Francisco as a pass, plus 125.
Interesting bet right there. I kind of like it. All right, Brian B. Talk to me, my man. What you like hearing this one?
I love what Ron Manelli and Ruflo said. I believe the under is a super strong play. You know, you're going to have people betting this game that don't bet sports all year around. And you know what they're going to bet on? They're going to bet on the over. People love to see points. This line hasn't moved off of 47.5. And I'll be shocked if it does. You got Kansas City. Their strong suit of the team is their defense. I think San Francisco will try to run the ball in Kansas City, grind more clock. I love the under here. I like George Kittle score the first touchdown at 12-1. I like Kelsey anytime touchdown at plus 100. Those are two prop bets that I like.
You said Kelsey anytime touchdowns at plus 100, so even money. Okay, that's
minus 105, plus 100, somewhere in that range.
You should score. And what was the first one?
First one is the first touchdown pass caught George Kittle, 12-1 odds.
Brian be cashing on them first touchdowns. If y'all don't know, he be cashing them things.
Love tight ends, you know.
Yeah, he cashed a couple with me on the jam sessions we were doing earlier this season. So I might got to put a few dollars on Kittle. First touchdown. Hot Rod, talk to me. What you liking here today?
Gonna be like everybody else. Like we're taking the sexy pick. We're taking the under. How can you not? I think you look at the Chiefs' defense all season long, and they've been underrated all season long. The Chiefs' defense holding this, but you can't forget the 49ers also have a defense that can step up and hold the Chiefs down as well. And it's the start of the Super Bowl. It's always going to have that feeling out. I think you get a low scoring in the first quarter. Kind of like the under in the first quarter. I don't see a whole lot of points come ripping out in this one. You get the feeling out, and of course, so and it's as Chris said, it is surprisingly low. I expected to see it up in the 50s as well, and I actually expected this bet to get bet up a little bit. I figured this line was going to rise, and it hasn't touched. It's still stuck at 47. I think it popped up to 48 once, dropped back down to 47. I like the under 47.5 here. I think we got a. Well, grudge, beat them up, whoever, long, sustained drives that chew clock, just like what we've seen the Chiefs do in their last game. Keep the ball out of the other team's hand. And the 49ers will want to do the same. Keep the ball out of Mahomes' hand. Both teams their offense want to make long, sustained drives, and I think that's what we see in this one, and that gets us underneath the total. Props-wise, I do like Reba under her thing. I did look at it, like I said at the start of the show. I did say she's sung 83, 82, 82. And where they've got it set at, take the under. I just don't see her trying to. She can try to extend it, but I just don't think she's got the pipes to extend it. She's been set in that 42 or 82, 82, 83. Take Reba under the anthem. And then I also like Taylor Swift wearing a white shirt. I think the favorite is her wearing a red shirt.
Is that a bet for real? Is that a bet?
Yes, it is a bet. Taylor Swift to wear a white shirt. The favorite bet is her to wear a red shirt. So they're all like, oh, she's wearing Chiefs. Everybody's going to bet this one up. So get her to wear a white shirt because if I'm not mistaken, the Chiefs are wearing their white uniforms in this game. So for me, I like Taylor Swift wearing the white shirt because it'll match the white uniforms, not the red ones that most people are figuring in that one.
What's the odds on that?
I'd have to dig them up. Did it move?
Right. Also, what if she's wearing a vest over the shirt? What's
okay? Okay, now we're getting too technical. I gotta nip that in the butt right now.
Yeah. What if she's wearing a vest?
That's why we don't have nice things.
Fair enough.
And then I like both QBs to rush over their yards. We've seen Purdy rush for yards as well. We know Mahomes is going to take off and at least run for one. So both QBs to get over their totals. And I also like, where's the other one? I got Purdy over 3.5 carries, plus 120 on that one. I think he runs the ball as well. Both QBs take off to run today at some point and get us over their rushing totals and their attempts.
Wayne.
Yeah, I want to start off by saying should have listened to Jay a little more with Patrick Mahomes. I've been getting absolutely smoked in the playoffs trying to fade Patrick Mahomes and hoping on his downfall. For my boy Al Ninos, Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown. No, I'm just playing. The odds on that suck. But I do like Deebo Samuels. He's been he's been predominantly quiet this playoffs, but we know that's one of the go-to, man. Whether it's a big play or whether they stick it to him in the red zone, I like him to score a touchdown in this one.
There you go, David Racing.
I'm getting nervous because I also love the under, as everyone else does. So now it's almost making me want to go over. But no, I think both teams, exactly what the other guys have said. They want to keep the ball out of the other quarterback's hands, specifically keeping it out of Mahomes' hands. How do you do that? You run the ball. Chiefs' run defense has been a little bit iffy recently. So I think we see a lower scoring game. And then one player prop, I'm like you, Jay, I got to look into more props, but one player prop I do like is Valdez-Scantling. His longest reception over 13.5 yards. The previous 2 games, he doesn't get the ball much. We all know that. But previous 2 games, he's had a catch of, I think, 30 yards in both of them. I just think it's a spot he'll break loose for one big gainer. And really 13.5 is not much to ask from, a third option, fourth option in an offense. So Valdez-Scantling over 13.5 longest reception.
I kind of like that, David. We've seen the Chiefs take the shot to Scantling several times this season. It's just been a matter of will he catch it?
Yeah, if he could catch if he could have caught some more, I mean, he'd have a lot more explosive plays because he's been open at spots. But I think, they sneak him out. And like I said, it's not like this is 19, 20 yards. It's 14 yards we need. It's a deep in breaker or a post. It's nothing crazy or just one of those go routes that he runs. So I like it. I think that one cashes again.
There you go, Jovan. Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this one a little different. I'm gonna go with the first quarter over. Last 4 Super Bowls, both teams have gone and have scored at least 10 points. This being at this total in the first quarter is 8.5. I think it's a good spot for them to both score points in their first drives. One scored the touchdown, one scored the field goal. The scripted plays in the first, especially in the first series, you got scripted plays, so they know what they want to do. Both teams, have 2 weeks to prepare, for the beginning of these games. It's optimal spots to score. And if you think that the under's going to cash, you're going to, as the game goes on, you're going to want to see these defenses, make adjustments. So really, the best time to score is in the beginning of this game. And with KC, they're a first half scoring team or first quarter scoring team as well. So, I like the over in the first quarter. As far as props go, well, I saw something out of Kyle Juszczyk, and from time to time they do use him in their passing offense. So with that said, I like him for over in receptions and over in receiving yards. They don't take a lot, and I think he'll get a couple targets.
I got 2 props that I found quickly. The same props I love all season, the interception props. Purdy, interception, I think he throws one. Mahomes, interception, I don't think he throws one. So I would bet both of those. Purdy has thrown the ball into defenders' hands like every game this postseason run. And Mahomes, well, he's Mahomes. Mitch, welcome to the show. I had a feeling you couldn't miss Super Bowl Sunday. You had to pop in, man.
I'm just swamped trying to give everybody all their picks that that bought picks with us. I know the site is down. Apologize for that. I did a video. It's only so much apologizing I'm going to do. I'm going to just, do what we do. We bounce back from it and we do better. And it's like, tell you what, we still give out more for free than anybody else. And anyone that bought premium picks has long-term packages. You're getting your picks and your packages will be extended. But anyway, so bonus picks, really. And of course, Super Bowl Sunday, of course, we're fading the Celtics big, and that's what we do. I'm going to parlay it up here with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to go alternate line on this one. This is about as easy as it gets, man. The 49ers are the sucker bet of the century. The money's all on the 49ers. Yeah, or on the Chiefs. Money's all on the Chiefs. The line's hardly going. Now, the line's actually has dropped. and this is the most bet sporting event in the world, and the line has dropped. It opened at 2.5. It's 1.5s now, and we're going to see ones. We're probably going to see pick'ems by the time the game goes off, and for good reason. When Jared Goff picks you apart to no end, man, and your coach decides not to kick the field goal, imagine what this guy's going to do to you. It's going to be a bad day to be on the 49ers. Real bad, man. And I'll tell you what, Patrick Mahomes, another Super Bowl MVP. If you're betting your props, that's the layup of layups, man. And I'm telling you, Jared Goff, go back and look at the line, look at the box score from last game, man. Got roasted. Boza and Chase Young have disappeared, man. Vanishing act. I haven't seen these guys on the TV screen, and they played all the downs, right? I haven't seen them on the screen or their names called in months. 49ers have tailspinned, man. They have gotten by the skin of their teeth time and time again. It does not happen against this guy. No one gets by the skin of their teeth against Patrick Mahomes. It's actually the other way around, man. 100% of the time, not some of the time, not here and there, not he got lucky, none of those things. It's 100% of the time. This is a stone cold lock. I don't like it quite as much as I liked Western Carolina yesterday. Hopefully you guys bet your farms on that one like I told you to. But I certainly love the Kansas City Chiefs today. I tell you, the smart money is the dumb money, man. If you think you're smarter than everybody because, you know, the money's on the Chiefs, all the squares are on the Chiefs, all that stuff. No way, man. San Francisco is the fourth largest TV market in the country. It is one of the richest places in the world, man. It is the big of big money is in San Francisco and in the Silicon Valley. And I'm telling you, man, go Google what the average house price is in the San Francisco Silicon Valley area. And that'll tell you everything you freaking need to know. Trust me, man. Those money stats you're looking at that you paid $9 a month for, they're worth less than $9, man. It's two like way off sports books, like way off. Not even the big Caribbean sports books. You guys are suckers.
Every Yahoo you talk to says to bet the Kansas City Chiefs. That is, I mean, every person you walk up to in the street, the Chiefs. They've been watching the Chiefs dominate in the postseason.
The 49ers have been Brian, you have a quarterback that can't throw the ball, man.
Brian, I agree.
You have a quarterback.
I agree with what you said.
I don't like to argue on the show because
he's a glorified Mac
I agree with what you said, Brian. I do believe
San Francisco has
glorified
the
Mac
most
Jones, man. It's all he is.
Who cares?
Same guy who fucking got your ass kicked all season. Same guy.
Who cares? Who cares that the
San
public is on the
better on
cares,
offense? I don't
Who
care.
cares?
I care about the roster. The San
argument.
Francisco
People act like
49ers.
Yeah, and look at the roster.
wins too.
Jared Goff picked them to pieces, man.
Patrick Mahomes
He
doesn't have
them
the weapons
to
that
pieces. Did
San
Jared Goff
Francisco
pick
is
them
so
to
deep.
pieces? You tell me. You answer, that's the question. Did Jared Goff pick that defense to pieces?
And everybody saw Detroit.
They're fucking dead. Dead.
They're not
Dead.
I disagree.
If Jared Goff did that to you, if Jordan Love covered on you, man, imagine what this guy's going to do. You can only imagine the masterpiece that's going to get painted in Vegas
Patrick
today.
Mahomes is an awesome quarterback. There's no doubt about it, but
it's
San
going to be one
Francisco is
ugly
no
bitch.
joke.
Brian,
You have a Super Bowl
can I ask
champion,
you a
multiple
question?
Super Bowl winner, multiple Super Bowl appearance, a coach against an outright stiff. This is going to be an ass
I
kick.
disagree.
Brian, I just got one question. What is the percentage that the public wins in your opinion? I want to know.
Probably 50-50. It's probably 50.
So who cares if they're on there?
I
If
don't
they
care.
win-
This says not
if
my
they win
pick is
half the
just
time,
based on San Francisco talent and
Then
if you
why?
see
Then
the
why were they down so big to the Lions? Why couldn't they
Because-
cover against the Packers if they're so fucking talented, man? They were home.
that goes
Lions
into the
are
public
much-
perception
man.
going into this
You're
game.
playing
People
Patrick
saw them
Mahomes
struggle
today.
against the Packers and the Lions, and they're going to bet the Chiefs heavy today.
Dead.
Lions
Dead,
one of the better
dead,
offensive teams in the NFL, so I don't know. I don't agree with that argument.
I tried to keep quiet on this one, but I
way
couldn't.
better,
San Francisco
way
is
better than
good.
KC offensively. You gotta
you're
you gotta
saying-
win the game to be
Wayne,
MVP, right?
Wayne, of all
sir.
the offensive players on the field today, which team has the best player?
player. One player.
One player
Yeah.
doesn't
Mahomes,
make it.
No,
Mahomes,
but he's a guy
Mahomes.
that can win the game for you.
1-5.
Of all the
1-5.
defensive players that are on the field today, who has the best defensive player?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Who has the better coach?
The Chiefs.
Who has more Super Bowl experience playing in a big game with 2 weeks off?
The Chiefs.
It's a fucking ass kicking, man. This is about as easy as it gets.
The Chiefs.
It is about as easy as it gets.
Hey, under
Almost as
those
easy as the West Carolina game. It's
under
almost
those
that.
metrics, the Patriots should have went undefeated.
No, because
Sometimes it doesn't happen.
Mac Jones doesn't have any.
No. I'm talking
experience
about
of winning at
07.
all.
I'm talking about 07. Under those metrics, over those parameters, the Patriots should have won the Super Bowl.
They should have won the Super Bowl,
but they didn't.
They should have won.
Right, but I'm just saying, anything can happen in these Super Bowls.
Oh, absolutely, anything could happen. But I'll tell you what also happens is that Eli Manning, I would take half of him over Brock Purdy 100 out of 100 days, man.
I don't know. Brock Purdy gets a bad rap. It's not.
Oh my God!
My whole
Jovan,
thing,
he throws the ball to the other players.
Yeah, the other team doesn't capitalize. It's not like they dropped the ball. Hey, Asante Samuel dropped the ball to ice the game in that Super Bowl where the Patriots should have went 19-0. Eli Manning was a stiff, but he came alive when the time was right.
2 Super Bowl rings. 2 rings,
exactly.
Man.
He
Not
came about.
stiff.
But what I'm saying is the defense has to
He was the number 1 overall pick,
and that hasn't really happened like that. A couple times it has, but for the most part,
I haven't seen a quarterback throw directly at a defender like that since Trey Lance last played.
I don't know about all that. Hey, in late November, they were talking about Brock Purdy as the MVP.
Not on this show, they weren't.
I mean,
no way.
No, I know not on this show, but
stiff,
the national media.
Stiff.
Hey,
Kyle Shanahan, offensive play caller, when he had time, pooped it with the Falcons, with the San Francisco 49ers.
Stiff.
They had him, pooped it.
Stiff.
Now that was the defense that gave that one up in 19. The defense gave that up because they were up.
They were ass slapping on the sideline. We got this thing, man. They were doing this shit. Ooh, yeah, we got
Everybody
it.
was trying to
making
stick
a
a
pizza.
fork in Mahomes. Everybody was trying to stick a fork in him.
A coach that can't keep his players in the game, man. That's
one thing about Jay Briggs. He loves greatness. A lot of people say they like greatness, but they hate it.
Jay loves a good bandwagon.
I love greatness. That's why I love LeBron.
Jay likes
That's why
dramatic.
I love Patrick Mahomes. I love.
When I saw Mitch join the stream,
20-10.
When I saw Mitch join the stream, I texted Brian. This show got about an hour longer. Get ready.
Chiefs will get 1 touchdown today. 1 touchdown. They'll get in the end zone 1 time.
If they get 1 touchdown, that's all they're going to need.
It's gonna
Mitch,
be a
you've been on
game.
Debo Samuel all season. You don't think he's gonna go off today? You don't think
it isn't
Debo
going to matter?
Offense?
It isn't going to matter because this guy in the big moments, the only thing that Brock Purdy has been able to do in the big moments this season, if we want to give him credit for anything, and that is he's come up with 2 gigantic scrambles this year and in the playoffs. That's it. As far as throwing the football, he has been ineffective, and everybody knows the play now because he can't throw. He has Mac Jones' arm strain, so it's like he's throwing these out patterns right to the sidelines. The same thing the Ravens play, this exact same play that throw to the sideline, throw to the sideline, throw to the sideline, dumping it to the backs. It's the same style of thing, except without Lamar Jackson. That's really what it is, man. Which it really isn't a great thing to have. They have McCaffrey plus, but they don't have Lamar Jackson, who is definitely a factor. But I'll tell you, the 49ers have been terrible the last month, or the last 2 months. They've been bad.
We'll see, man. I'm excited about this game today, of course. Mitch, we doing halftime? We doing halftime?
Sure, I'll do halftime. Did you happen to catch that Ravens 49ers game? Well, Rod, we beat them. And they beat you,
right? I was on the Ravens then. That was my
How hard
was my game of the year.
We beat them.
Game of the year.
Beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, right.
We love that angle.
But the lock of the day is Taylor Swift wears a white shirt.
I like the Brock Purdy
red one last
interception,
week.
man. I think
wearing a white shirt.
Love the Purdy interception.
Taylor Swift's gonna want out in a white shirt. You'll see it. Here it comes. She's
I
going
love
to
the
be
Purdy
one.
interception parlayed with the Heat on the money line.
He's thrown
While
11
you're here-
interceptions all year.
That's the end of the show.
He's thrown
fellas.
11 interceptions. How many balls hit the guy?
I mean, he has better numbers than Mahomes put up. I mean, Mahomes is the Super Bowl MVP. There's no doubt about it. But if you look at the numbers that they put up
League
this year, Purdy's put up
MVP,
better
Super
numbers.
Bowl MVP.
Yeah,
best player in the league.
because you can't argue that.
He
You
also
look
is
at Mahomes'
sponsored by the same
receiver.
guys he
He
sponsors
doesn't
the
have the- he doesn't
halftime
have the
show, the
receiving
pregame,
core.
and
He
the
doesn't have the
postgame
receiving core.
report, which is also a pretty good thing to have in your back pocket.
And that's my thing, Brian. If he made it this
Chiefs
year
don't have
with
the
this
talent on
crew,
offense.
he made it this year with this crew.
With this
Oh
crew,
my
yeah.
God.
It's amazing.
What
that,
else
you
does
know,
he
the
have to
guy
do
who
for you guys to
it's
stop doubting
the
him?
main
What else does he gotta
sponsors
do?
of the game
What else does the
are
man
the same
gotta do?
guys that sponsor
You
this.
either like greatness or
It's
you
like,
don't. You either love
oh,
it or you don't. You either like Mahomes and you appreciate what he's done for the NFL, or you hate him and you want to see him fall. And if
I
you're
mean, you
the
don't have to
guy
like
you
him or hate him. I
you
mean,
wanna
the
see him
guy
fall,
just
you
the
do
guy
not
just is a winner.
like great.
Are those the only two options, Jay? That's it.
Yes, you
Well, he's
either
a
have to
winner.
love him and
He's a
for what
winner.
he's done for the game, or you hate greatness. It's
Sammy,
just that
come here,
simple.
buddy. Let's tell him how it's
It's
done.
that
Come here.
simple.
Come here, buddy. Come on.
Man, where's Joe
Just
Burrow
like
when you need
either
him?
hate Brady or love him. You hate him or you love him.
Where's Joe Burrow when you need him?
He's injured.
Yeah, I know. Took Mahomes' ass out.
He's right here. Got a new one. Joe. Brrr.
A lot of
you guys
sadness
think
at
the list
halftime.
is going to go like this. It's going to go Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy. That's how it's going to go.
No,
I don't think so.
no.
Mark, we could have Mark Rippon and Trent Dilfer to the list too. I mean, what are we doing? You know,
Fair enough.
this is what they do. It sucks. Believe me, I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want this to happen. This is just the cards that were dealt. And yet, just so happens that two of the sponsors of the game happen to play for the team that's called the Chiefs. You know, the two main spokesmen of the two sponsors of the game
State Farm.
both play for the Chiefs.
If you didn't know, State Farm.
I don't know. Just seems to always work out that way.
Yeah.
And then the Taylor
Chris,
Swift
you gonna do your
proposal
version
at
of
the
Shake
center
It Off
field.
for us so
She
you
says
warm us
no.
up for the ball?
She says
Yeah.
no wedding, no to the wedding. If he
Yeah.
asks, if he drops to the knee and asks,
ain't
she
dropping
says
to the
no.
knee. He ain't. He's not gonna ruin them moment.
Nice
Travis
little minus
Kelce, Super
1800.
Bowl MVP, retired.
But she says no.
after the game.
It's minus 1,800. Yeah.
I'm going
what she
with
does.
yes.
She
I'm
dumps
going with
everybody. She dumps everybody and produces a whole new album about it. You can see it coming.
I'm going with
That
yes.
script is in.
I have a flair for the dramatic. I'm going yes.
Mitch.
Dramatic.
Mitch, what you selling today?
I tell you, the site is down, so I'm not selling anything. But if it comes back up, I got my $19 college hoops play. I'll tell you, I started the season, the first 10 games of the season, I went 10-0 in college hoops. I'll tell you, I went into a major tailspin after that, went into the negative. Now I'm back into the positive. I've really been killing it on Thursdays and Saturdays, though. I think 90% of the damage to the upside has been on Thursdays and Saturdays. So these days where I just pick out one game out of the pack, haven't been my strongest days. So you might be better off just playing the Chiefs, going to your Super Bowl party, getting hammered, and watching the morning show tomorrow.
Ruffalo, what you selling today, my man?
Yes, we're in the same boat. I got my $19 college hoops, or sorry, not $19, my $25 NBA play of the day. Got my Super Bowl best bet and a college hoops 3-pack for today's action.
Go, Brian B. What you selling today?
I got 2 plays in college hoops. I got my high roller play, and I also have my money shot play. Make sure you guys head on over to pickdogs.com, check that out. And if you want to be happy today, you want to rule your Super Bowl party, go there, tell them, bet the San Francisco 49ers on the money line, easiest play in town.
What's your titanium number again? I know you'd be on a heater on that. Give us that.
I lost my titanium on the Colorado Buffaloes yesterday, but 23-9-1, 72% run.
72%, man. Hey, hop on with Brian B. Romanelli, what you selling today, my man?
Yep, I got 3 college basketball plays. One of them my bank shot best bet, and I got my Super Bowl play for who I like to win. I've been pretty quiet during these arguments, so you don't know who I'm on. But if you know me well, you could probably figure it out.
I know.
I be trying to poke at Ron sometimes. He's cool, calm, collected. That's why we love him. All right. What you liking? Or what you selling today, my man?
And for me, I've got top play in the NHL, my NHL sniper play, college basketball rim rocker play. I also have the side in the NFL sold separately, or I've got a Super Bowl package, which includes the side total and who wins the MVP. We scoop that up over at Big Dogs Premium if the site comes back up. Also, for me, parlay, I'm going to take the Heat on the money line in the first quarter. I'm going to take the Canucks and the Washington Capitals over the total and take SMU lay the points. Little 3-teamer there.
There you go. David Racy, what you selling today? And if you have a parlay, you can shoot us one.
Yeah, I got 3 college hoops plays, 1 NBA and 1 NFL. College hoops, 3-pack, and then I have them all packaged up as a 5-pack as well. Parlay wise, I didn't have anything, but I'll throw one together. I'll take Wichita State plus the points. I'll also take the over in that Canucks Capitals game that Rod just said, and then I'll take the Thunder minus the 3.5.
There you go. Hey, I thought about taking this play, but he's not playing. I did see it. It was plus 7,000. It was plus 7,000, 100 to make 7,000, but he's not playing. They already came out and said he's not in the game.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out. Jovan, what you selling today, my man?
Yeah, I got a Super Bowl 3-pack. You know, it's been another successful NFL campaign. Number 1 NFL handicap on the website last 2 years combined. Also got a 5-pack in college basketball and 2 plays in the NBA. Feel very strongly about this Super Bowl Sunday. Usually do good on Super Bowl Sunday, so let's keep it rolling.
There you go. Hop on with Jovan. I have a Super Bowl play and an NBA play for you guys today. If you know me, you know what they both are, though. So if you want to support me, you can scoop them up. If you know me, you know. But, hey, I've been on fire this week, man. Like, I'm up over 1,200 units the last 7 days. It's been a really good week for me, just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. We've been kicking the crap out of the NBA this week, trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. You guys can hop on something long-term. You can join my All Access Club, or you can pair me up with one of the great guys right here on this show. Money Making Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. I'm excited, man. I appreciate everybody joining us. Ruffalo, Mitch, Brian, and Romanelli, I didn't ask you guys if you have a parlay. If you have one, shoot it.
All right, I'll go anytime touchdown parlay. Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, and Deebo Samuel for regular parlay. Charlotte, Miami Heat, and the over in the Thunder and Kings.
There you go. Mitch, you got a lay?
Sure. Chiefs, Northern Iowa, and Thunder Buddies.
Brian B. You got a parlay for me, Brian?
Oh, me? Oh, let's talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna parlay up Tulsa plus the points, the under in the Super Bowl, and the Sacramento Kings plus the points.
Romanelli, you got a parlay for me?
Yeah, I'll do Temple money line and Sacramento Kings money line.
Jovan, you got a parlay for me?
Celtics, Miami under first quarter, and San Fran KC over first quarter.
I'm going to go Tulane Green Wave money line. And I'm going to go Boston Celtics land the number. There we go. That's the show, fellas. That's the show. Super Bowl Sunday. Any last words from any of you guys before we get on up out of here?
We're still working on the website. We're still trying to get it up. Like I said, if you have long-term packages, I'm manually giving out the picks myself. So it might take I'm getting them all done in less than 5 minutes. So even if I don't answer immediately, it just means I'm helping somebody else. I don't have like one of those things, you are number 16 in line. You know, I don't have that, but what I do have is your picks for you. And of course, if you look at our leaderboards, and I said this in the video that I did, this is the best start to the year I can ever remember at Pick Dogs. I mean, tons of guys hitting. So, and the guys that aren't hitting, like I always say too, buy low, man. It's these guys always play to the back of their baseball card. So if you have a favorite capper and they've been not doing so well, buy low. But most of the guys have at least been hitting in one sport. So like, you know, if you don't see them on the NBA leaderboard, you see them on the college hoops leaderboard. If you don't see them on the college hoops leaderboard, you see them on the NHL leaderboard. If you don't see them on that, right? It's like almost everybody is on at least one board. So, and the yearly is crazy. I'm actually down 0.19 units for the year. So I'm not on the yearly board, but I'm trying my ass off. But anyways, like I said, site is down. We're working on getting it back up. This is just, you know, it just reinforces as to why we're building the new website. And, these problems will not happen in the future. And, you know, I apologize, but, you know, we've overcome a lot worse than this. And we'll come back bigger, better, stronger, and with some better procedures in place. And if there's anything, I apologize for not having a screen up saying, hey, man, the site's down. You know, this is how you get your picks. You know, it was the least we could have done. And of course, it's going to be a fun tech meeting tomorrow. You guys know me. So,
Tech meeting on a Monday.
Oh shit!
It's going to be a good one.
What was that noise? I heard something.
As they say, as we say, there is no Mitch in team. We point fingers, we assign blame, man.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls that tuned in with us, man. Thank you guys for an amazing NFL season. I can't believe that it's over. All that, and it's over after today, man.
But just beginning at the same time. We're only, you know, six, seven months away from
week one,
you know, preseason.
Right.
Hall of Fame game.
Patrick Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns today.
There you go. So that's the show,
He's done
fellas.
it
Appreciate
twice.
Each and every one of you guys. Let's make some money on a Sunday from your Pick Dogs crew. We're out of here. Peace.